Chapter 9, Making Out with Accountability. I've worked in the sales force for the last 10 years, and my favorite thing is attending 3 or 4 major conferences that we have every year. The rules in sales is you work hard, but you play harder. And playing hard is what conferences are for. Having friends across the country gather at the same hotel means hours of catching up after the conference, which usually means it goes late into the evening. Then everyone gets a chance to dress down, go to the hotel bar, or the liquor store. The veterans will stay up until it's time for their bedtime, but the youthful souls will hang out until like 4 in the morning. And that's when you take a 3-hour nap before breakfast, then you go to another 8-hour meeting. I love it. It's about the quality of time spent versus the quantity of time spent. Now, on one such occasion, I had the opportunity to travel to the US and be a volunteer. Now, the days were long. It was 7 a.m. until 9 p.m., and then we had to do tear down, clean up. After that, we chilled with my colleagues in the hotel room until 11 p.m. Now, before I left the US, my buddies back home told me to download some dating apps and make time to go out and meet some beautiful American ladies. Now, I decided to humor them and give the apps a try. Now, I found out that they work by swiping on someone's profile. If you swipe left, it says, nope, not my type. If you swipe right, it means, damn girl, you're fine, let's talk. The women have to talk to you first, so if you're like a creepy dude, you can't just send them like a dick pic. It's so weird. Now, of course, I ain't creepy, but I did have a time constraint, so what would this young single male do when he was in a different country with limited time with a dating app? Hey, I like meeting people, so I just perma-swipe right. I didn't care about the race or the shape or the size of the girl or if she had great eyebrows or a unibrow. I just lay down on my bed, closed my eyes, and just swiped away. I'm pretty sure my finger walked like a marathon across that screen. It turned out I matched with a ton of ladies. Okay, maybe not that many, but I just wanted to give the illusion that every girl in the US wanted to date this Chinese Canadian. So a few girls reached out to me, which meant I got a chance to talk to some of them. Now, once you match with someone, you can look at their profile, and I got talking to this one girl, Asian descent, and she was thick. And I love thick girls, and she was thick with a capital T. Now, she had tattoos, her face was aesthetically pleasing. She did these artsy poses with her friends in front of a graffiti wall, and I thought, you know what? Perfect. This girl seems really, really cool. Well, the moment we matched, she texted me saying, "Good morning, sunshine. Got plans for tonight?" I was like, first off, it's 9:57 p.m. It's not really morning. But, okay, cool, whatever. I don't judge. If she wants to call the evening the morning, I'm okay with that. Holy shit, though. These American girls move fast. I decided to be honest with her, so I told her, hey, I was hanging out with my colleagues and I was busy with them. She replied, hey, that's fine. Just told me to meet her up at a certain bar when I was done. I figured I had nothing to lose, so I said, sure, I'll come out tonight. Fast forward to an hour later, and my colleagues were starting to tap out after the long day. They were tired, they want to get some sleep, because we had to be setting up the conference again at 7 a.m. the next day. Hey Wilson, where are you going now? One of them asked. I think I'm gonna go to the bar, I told them. What? Now? With who? To meet this girl I met on this dating app? Wilson, you're crazy. Make sure you're not late tomorrow, though. My colleagues were awesome because they never judged me. I wished them all a good night, walked back to my room, and to do what guys do during a typical bar night routine. Shower, scrub everything, and get game day ready just in case. Now, the bar wasn't far from the hotel, but it was a beautiful evening, so I decided to take the opportunity to walk through downtown. And I love walking through cities at night, looking at buildings, seeing the landmarks, and just watching the drunks stumble along the sidewalks. After about 15 minutes, I arrived at my destination. The bar was Spanish themed and lively, people outside smoking, music blaring. It looked like a good place to have a great time. I walked up to the bouncer, showed him my passport, offered some small talk, and then went in. Time to find the girl. Now, this bar was shaped like a B. Think of a capital B, narrow straight patch, and then on the right side was the bar. So I did a quick loop looking for this girl with the tattoos, and then on my second pass, I saw her from afar. Now, here's where things get a little tricky. You never know when dating app pictures were taken, and people can even change in a short space of time. Some people get new haircuts, others get thicker. Now, that can be okay as long as the dating app photo looks like the person you're gonna go meet. Like, if I look Chinese, for instance, I should definitely be Chinese when you meet me. I'm just saying. So I saw her, and then I walked up a little bit closer. I squinted, as if my eyes needed to be smaller, just to confirm it was her. I did, and then I 180'd right out the door. Now, there's this saying, when expectations don't meet reality, you're going to be disappointed. Now, I'm a man of my word. When I say I'm going to go do something, I do it no matter what. I promised this girl I was going to go see her, so I had to turn up. I just needed some time for self-talk. So there I was, standing outside the bar thinking, Wilson, you promised, you're a man of your word. You have to hold yourself accountable. Don't be a flake. Get back in there. I just knew I needed to compose myself because if I met her with genuine interest, I was going to have an amazing time. I had to battle my thoughts, and I kept thinking of excuses to tell her why I couldn't make it or why I should have just stayed at the hotel and called it a night. But I couldn't shake the idea that I was being an asshole. She didn't deserve that, and I have integrity, kind of at this point. So there was this young guy sitting beside me, and I wanted to hang out a bit just before I went back inside. So I sparked up a conversation with him. He's a student. He was waiting for his Uber to pick him up. We talked about 15 minutes. His Uber pulled up, and I got the text, "Where you at?" I chuckled, and I was like, all right, here we go. Just time to own it and show up. Now, the bar had a really funny vibe that night. It was very heavy Hispanic themed, but since it was almost Christmas, they were playing remixed versions of classic Christmas songs. And as I walked through the main corridor, I passed some heavy black drapes. The moment I walked in, I saw these two girls dancing by the door. I locked eyes with this one beautiful blonde and stopped right in my tracks. Before I could say anything, she walked right up to me, grabbed me by the arm, and just started dancing with me. It was amazing. In the back of my head, I was like, yes, I don't need to hold myself accountable anymore. I don't need to talk with the dating app girl. Meeting this blonde was super organic, and she was super hot. I just wanted to hang out with her and her blonde friend, of course. After the dance finished, I did the gentlemanly thing, and I asked her for her name, and I offered to buy her a drink, and we went to the bar. "I'll get the same thing you get," she said when I asked her what she would like. "Tequila," I said. "Is that okay with you?" She nodded. After the first shot, I needed another hit of liquid courage, so I offered to get another round. "Sure, but I'll get the next one," she said. Now, Blondie was super attractive, kind, and considerate, and I dig that. So I was ready to buy drinks with her all night long. We started to get some small talk going. Our conversation got deeper as we got to know each other. She actually lived in New York for a while, but moved back to San Diego, where she's a personal trainer. I told her I was from Canada, here for work, and I just wanted to explore the city. Sometimes it's very difficult to talk to someone at the bar with the music blaring. And then there are times when I feel like it's supposed to be like that. Loud music makes you lean closer, face to face. I asked her what brought her and her friend out tonight, and she said, "Oh, it's my friend's birthday." So I turned to her friend, and I wished her a happy birthday. And then she laughed, and she told me it wasn't her birthday. She was just a designated driver. She was DD. Okay, cool, whatever, I thought. Then I asked them, hey, we should go meet the birthday girl, and then we could get birthday shots together. So we made our way through the crowd towards the bar's back patio. By now, I'd totally forgotten why I came to the bar in the first place. But the universe does not let you forget. I saw the dating app girl ahead, and we were heading straight for her. Are you fucking kidding me? There's no way it's her birthday. There's no way. So as we got closer and closer, all I could do was chuckle to myself and think, wow, I guess the universe really wants me to own it tonight. When we finally reached the dating app girl, aka the birthday girl, I had the biggest smile on my face ever. "This is Wilson," Blondie said. "Oh my god, what took you so long?" said the dating app girl. In my head, I was laughing, but for an answer, all I could do was smile and give her a lackluster palms facing upward gesture and shrug. Surprise! At this point, I decided to own the situation, so I admitted to everything. Blondie was confused. "Wait, you know her already?" she asked. "Yeah, she's actually the one who invited me." Well, now the universe is really going to give it to me. With the introductions out of the way, Blondie was whisked away by her other friends, leaving me with the dating app girl, or in this case, the birthday girl. Small talk ensued. "Hey Wilson, let's go dance," she said. "Okay." So she grabbed my hand, pulling me back to the dance floor. Now, at the back of the dance floor was this ledge that separated the dancers from the people walking by. When we reached it, she stopped, she grabbed the ledge, turned around, and just started twerking on me. I was like, holy shit, that escalated quickly. Now what do I do? Stop thinking and start doing, I told myself. She just wants to have a good time and dance with her ass. That's cool. Now, when the universe gives you a twerking butt, you gotta grab them by the hips and enjoy yourself. I figured my goal now was just to show face, have fun, and I just did that. Now, not long after, Blondie came back and started dancing on my left side while Birthday Girl was still twerking in front of me. Yep, I was having a blast. I was extremely confident, and Blondie recognized this and moved close. I remember a speaker at the conference telling everyone that life is too short for small talk. Hearing that in my head, I realized I may not see Blondie again, and I wanted to give myself a shot. I grabbed her close, leaned in. "Hey, I just wanted to let you know I find you so attractive, and I'd rather dance and talk with you tonight." She abruptly pulled away and gave me this stunned look, like I'd messed everything up. She leaned back in and said, "Give me your phone." I did what she asked. She put her number in it, and we carried on dancing. I must have had this smug ass look on my face because I was grinning from ear to ear. I've never done anything like that before, especially at a bar. Now, the music then changed to a slow Christmas song, and the dark bar was lit up. It was closing time. Birthday Girl turned around, gave me a hug, so I wished her a happy birthday and a good night. Afterwards, I turned to Blondie, gave her a hug, and then I was like, "Hey, happy to meet you." She smiled, went to find her friends. I said goodbye one more time and took a seat near the booth closest to the door. As I watched the bar empty, I just couldn't stop smiling and reflecting on what just came out of my dating app experience. Who would have thought that committing to meeting a girl who didn't turn out to be who I was expecting would make me leave prematurely, then go back in, then meet this beautiful blonde, then to get redirected back to the dating app girl who I tried to avoid, dance with her, and then get the blonde's phone number. I just couldn't stop laughing to myself, but when I looked at the time, it was about 2 a.m. I had to go back to bed because I'd work in 5 hours. I stood up and started to walk towards the exit. Out of nowhere, Blondie came back in, her head swiveling, looking left and right. I thought maybe she was looking for something she had forgotten. Then she turned, smiled, and walked right up to me, and we started making out. It was the best makeout session I'd had in a long time. Afterwards, we said goodbye again, and she left. All of this happened because I held myself accountable. I would never have met this girl if I've gone home walking out of the bar. The universe made me own the situation, and at the end of the night, it rewarded me. Thank you, conscience. Chapter 9 summary. Before you sleep, make sure you blindly swipe right on any dating app you have. You're a person of integrity. Always show up when you said you will. When you see the person you showed up for, run away, contemplate life, and then go back in. Tequila is delicious, but it's also known as liquid courage. The universe never forgets why you're there. And you have my permission to get the phone number of a person that you're digging at the bar while you're getting twerked on. Last but not least, life is too short for small talk when you're in a different country. But when you're back home, remember, everyone knows everyone.